realize they're fixing the game, pointing fingers, but they're all the same. Innocent creators, moms with a cause, digging through the chaos, exposing the flaws. We're hunting for clues, untwisting the lies. Who's driving this shit show straight to demise? Convertibles roaring, cliffs in sight, like Thelma and Louise on a forever ride. They sail into YouTube fame, the crash is in sight. We're all on the ride, no brakes, no trust. Popularity is the spark that'll burn their channels into dust. Or it'll burn their channels into dust. Dust. Spark that'll burn their channels into dust. Spark that'll burn their channels into dust. Dust. That'll burn their channels. It's in the dust. That'll burn their channels. What's in the dust? The dust. The dust. The dust. The dust. We're all on the ride. No brakes. No trust. Popularity is the spark that'll burn their channels in the dust. Dust.
All right, just a little bit of the Foodie Beauty theme song, and then we will get started. If you can hear me, would you put a 1 in the chat, please?
Her mouth unrestrained. She met him online, a Syrian soul in Kuwait's golden sands. Their love
Thank you. Thank you.
Foolish and old, do your worst, she cried, her story unfold. Now in Syria's dust, where shadows abide, an outlawed queen with nowhere to hide. No water, no light, just hunger, harsh sting. Her emptiness burns, she will do anything. Her stomach is empty, her soul even worse. Her need for a man's love is her very worst curse.
All righty, let's go ahead and get started. Why won't it quit? Here we go. All right. So I hope you guys are having a really great. Oh, good, Wendy. Yay. I'm glad. So I hope everybody's having like a great Sunday afternoon. If you are anywhere near the Texas Gulf Coast, then you know it is hotter than hell. It is one of those Texas days where the sunshine feels like it's stinging your skin. It's really hot. We also have another disaster brewing, not where I am. I am down on the coast, but this area, Kempner, this is Lampasas River, and it is currently 33 feet. It swelled 33 feet in just a matter of an hour or so. So they are really looking at a terrible situation, and there is no one that I know that hasn't lost someone in these floods. It's been as devastating as it could be. And it is one of the reasons why I'm not talking about it on my channel, because it's been really personal. So pray for these people. they're under the gun today. I just don't know how this is normal. I've lived in Texas or Louisiana for many years, and this just seems very strange. So I don't know. It's very odd, very strange stuff. So yeah. So please pray for the people that have had their lives turned upside down, and if you can give to one of the organizations, then there it is absolutely needed. We have so many people that are misplaced. Their home was completely wiped out. They have nowhere to go, on top of grieving the loss of their loved ones. So yeah, this is a rough time, and I need a break from it. So I'm not going to talk anymore about it. Okay. So we're going to talk about Foodie Beauty again. But I want to take just a minute. So the thumbnail that you guys are looking at, it has a direct link to the video that we're going to watch today. It's a live stream that Cutie put up earlier. And it's just incredible. Like by far, this is one of the more incredible videos that I've watched with Foodie Beauty. And so I know that the whole reaction community is covering this because it is literally incredible, right? So, but I want to explain something, okay, about my thumbnail. You see down, okay, so we got Foodie Beauty sun tanning in her hijab and underclothes, and then behind her is a war, right? There's bombs exploding, and literally that is fact. It is actually happening. Israel bombed some areas not far from where they are. When I say not far, maybe 5 miles. So I'm being serious when I say in her backyard. So Israel did have a couple of houses that they bombed. Usually, my understanding is that usually they have found like a stockpile of ordnance, artillery of some type, or maybe even some big guns, or like a rocket launcher or something like that. So they're trying to get all of that cleared out and cleaned out. And they still have a lot of landmines in the south. Well, they have them in Aleppo too. But anyway, so they're still lobbing rockets over Foodie Beauty's head. And she is delusional, not dealing in reality, right? Now I've got stamp of approval beside her. But then if you look all the way to the right of the thumbnail, you see a seal of approval. It's the Salah El Rafe seal of approval. And what that means is this is, in fact, Foodie's primary motivation, right? This is everything that matters to Foodie, in my opinion. Only my opinion. She is willing to put herself into danger of life and limb to maintain a man in her life. Now, if you go back into her history, and you will be shocked at the amount of videos that she has online and the scandals that she has been involved in. But one thing is for certain: when she becomes involved with a man, that is when she is at her worst. And when I mean at her worst, I mean those are the moments that she becomes quite reckless and self-destructive, and, dare I say it, fairly immature, right? And look, so there's a lady that's got a really great reaction channel. It is called the YouTube Underground. She makes me laugh. I will say this: the language is filthy. So I gotta warn you, all right, before you go traipsing over there. If you don't like all the cussing and stuff, that is not going to be a place you're going to feel comfortable. but she's funny and she knows the whole entire history of this woman, of Foodie Beauty. And even with all that she knows, after years and years and years and years of daily coverage of Foodie and her antics, there are times that you can just hear incredulity in Yaba's voice. That her name is, I think her nickname was like Yabba Dabba or Yabba Dabba Doo. The channel name is YouTube Underground, but everybody calls her Yaba. Okay, so so there are times that you can hear she is completely mystified by what Chantal does. She doesn't understand this woman, that she is basically studied like a university dissertation level knowledge. She still was like, I don't get her. Like, what is she doing? Right? So I thought it may be, and this is in general, this is not Foodie Beauty specifically, because I don't talk to Foodie Beauty. Well, that's not true. A couple of times she's come into my channel. She's angry. A couple of times there's been some letter, or not letters, but little comments left, but no real like authentic interaction. Okay, there's not a real communication. But in general, in theory, just overall, and maybe this will help you understand maybe yourself in some situations maybe that you find yourself in. In theory, usually when we see adults who are acting in very childlike ways, or being very immature as if they were like a teenager, generally that comes from a sense of like a dependency. The switching into childlike personas, it is another way that we see what you've heard called regression to immature emotional states, in quotation marks. But switching from adult role to childlike role or to teenage role, that is something that it is nearly always connected to early overwhelming trauma, or there's a big or, doesn't necessarily have to be like abuse. It could even be something like just having a non-responsive caregiver. I think people really underestimate the damage that is done developmentally to little kids when their caregiver is emotionally unavailable. Maybe the mother is experiencing severe depression. Maybe the mother has a drug or alcohol problem. Maybe the mother is overwhelmed by financial demands and having to work 3 or 4 jobs. There's a lot of reasons why a child might be in a home where the caregiver is not responsive to the child's developmental needs at that time. But in those situations when it happens, it will, like, categorically, it will have lifelong influence on that child. And this is one of the ways that we see it. Now, some people will say, well, if you're switching among identities, that is consistent with dissociative identity disorder. Look, I'm a really down-to-earth, logic-based person. And so a lot of the psychological diagnoses and such, I'm kind of like the guy who's pulling back on the reins going, hold on a minute, slow down, hotshot. I know you want to say that you know somebody that is DID, but DID is not switching among roles. For example, I'm one person when I'm actively being a psychologist, whether I'm teaching a class or whether I'm working with a patient or I'm in the hospital helping. My persona is different because I serve a different role in that context. If I'm hanging out with my little granddaughter and my sweet daughter, then I'm entirely different. I'm very childlike and very playful and say stupid things and act stupid, right? And then if I'm on YouTube, it's a little bit different context. Sometimes I'm very playful when I'm here, and you do always have people that come and say, "Oh my God, there's no way you could possibly be a real psychologist with the way you behave." Okay, like but look, we all change our actions and our behavior depending upon the demands of the environment. And so if you are in professional mode, then you're very likely to speak as I'm speaking now. But in a little while, I'm going to go into my childlike mode where I'm going to be reacting and having fun, right? So just because someone is switching into a childlike state, that does not satisfy the diagnostic criteria for dissociative identity disorder, or AKA split personality. Okay, it's not what that means. It is healthy for people to modify their behavior to fit the demands of the environment. That is desirable. That is a mark of stability and good mental health. Where it moves over into DID diagnosis is when you have accompanying symptoms like lost memory, periods of lost time, one personality doing things that the other personality is unaware of. So you're developing a state amnesia type of situation. So that isn't just normal adaptation to setting. That is actually dissociative identity disorder. And when you talk to people who have DID, or some therapists that work with people with DID, they'll talk about how the different personalities are these individual people. And the logical person in me is saying, wait, no, it's not. It is not different people. Check their DNA. When they're acting like a 6-year-old child versus a 50-year-old man, test their DNA. They haven't changed. They're the same exact person. What you're looking at is you're looking at a fragmented personality that was developed for survival. So that's one of the reasons why memories don't get shared among identities, because another identity was created to lock down that memory and keep it secret from the actual identity person, the person who says my name is blah blah blah. So in no way am I saying that Chantal has DID. Not even close. In fact, it's more likely that I have DID than she does. Okay, so those virtue signalers, control that urge. All right, you're important without being a virtue signaler. I'm trying to explain to you this very important concept that in early childhood, from birth up to about 7, although certainly the greatest period, the most influential period is from birth up to about 4, but we extend that out to 7 or 8 to accommodate a few things. Children have one primary need during that period of time, and that is to engage. And the only person around with whom to engage is the caregiver. And sometimes that's a parent, sometimes it's a daycare worker, sometimes it's granny, but it's critical. And when children are denied that, they lack proper and appropriate developmental sequence. And that has long-term impact. Like in the earlier that the neglect happens, and I'm not just talking about not getting a bath and things like that. I mean, not having someone teach you how to sing Itsy Bitsy Spider. If you are a little teeny tiny baby and you are put into a swing all day long and no one ever takes your hands and puts their fingers together so you can make the spider move in and sing Itsy Bitsy Spider, if you don't get that, you miss out on a critical part of cognitive development and personality and all that. So there are some things that are heavily linked to children that are denied stimulating environment in those critical years between birth and 7. Um, Morbid obesity is one of them. And there are so many hypotheses about how that could be. I think the simplest, the most, I guess the shallowest explanation, the most concrete explanation is you just had bad habits and they continued into adulthood. I don't think so. I think it's far, far more complicated than that. For one thing, we know that the very first schema that is created within the brain, like in the initial days after birth, up until around 2, the very first schema that concrete schema that is actually developed is a dichotomy, and it is this: things that I eat, things that I do not eat. That is one of the very first purposeful things that we learn from a actual learning contingency. If A, then B. Now, it is true, like a little baby, you know how they kind of herky jerky with their hands and their feet, and you put the little jungle gym above them so they can kick the things that are the toys that are hanging down. They can kick it with their feet, and then it makes the music. Okay, that is a learning event. The child is learning, okay, I can affect my environment. I can make things change in the environment. They can do it with batting their hands, kicking with their feet, and then you put a toy in a certain place to make it light up. Also, smiles. They begin to learn that when they smile, other people respond. So that is a specific type of learning that they are, we call it being aware of personal agency. They begin to realize, oh, wait a minute. I'm not just, a passive sponge absorbing stuff. I can actually affect other creatures and things. But in the development of pre-operational, operational, former operational thought, we're talking about schemata. The first schema that is developed is things I can eat, things I cannot eat. And you will watch little babies that are driven, every single thing goes into their mouth, right? Everything. And what happens? Parents go, no, 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 don't. And they grab it and pull it back. Their hand, pull it back. Eventually, when they become around 9 to 13 months, they begin testing. Instead of just automatic putting it in their mouth, they begin sort of just like touching it to their lips, or they'll look at you and put it up to their mouth, because now they know. Now they know there's things you eat, things you don't eat. Well, if that's one of the first true schemata that is formed, from which all other learning will be attached to that initial schemata. If you don't have someone there to do that for you, then how do you ever learn? No, no, no. There are some things you do not eat. There are things that are desirable to eat and things that are undesirable to eat. And if you have a responsive caregiver, then they're giving you things like strawberries and avocado and green vegetables. They're giving you things that are health providing, and they're less likely to give you things that would be bad for you except on special occasions. And so that goes into, so if you think about a bulletin board and you draw a line right down the middle of it, the left side is things I can eat, the right side things I cannot eat. Then on the left side, you've got to divide that part again, and then it goes to healthy food, desirable food, and unhealthy but fun food. And then each one gets divided further still, further still, further still. In that situation, you could certainly understand if there's not an available caregiver, to sort of guide that child to understand this taste, this texture, this is health food, this is what you need to grow. This is a food that you only eat in very small quantities, but wow, they pack a punch, like sugar, any kind of sugary thing, right? So very often, kids that are babies that are growing up in non-responsive homes, very often they're eating heavy carbohydrate diets, a great deal of finger foods like cookies, things that another little kid can give the baby because mom is sleeping or drugged out or gone from the house. And that then starts you kind of on that pathway, right? So these are very complicated problems to solve in life, weight and things like that. But another thing that we do associate too with early childhood trauma and neglect, having a non-responsive parent, it doesn't necessarily have to be abuse. Please don't say I'm saying she's abused. I think her mom was really nice to her. I don't know what her early childhood was, okay? But in theory, for anyone at all, you will very often see people that will switch in terms of not in a healthy, stable switch according to the environment you're in, but they will switch into different mood states. And so a man showing you love may actually come out looking like a little kid trying to get the approval of a mom. They don't ever really develop understanding for what their mood state is saying to them, what that means. And they never figure out how to manage their emotions. They don't really learn coping skills. Normally, what ends up happening is they just adopt the coping skills of the primary caregiver. So for some people that suffer neglect or have a non-responsive caregiver in the early years of their life, they can really show really childlike reactions in situations that demand you be an adult. Right? Think about it. Kind of like the 65-year-old man that goes out to the bar every night and gets drunk and tries to pick up 20-year-old women. It's like, dude, you look creepy. Like, what are you doing? This is very age inappropriate. Why are you doing it? Because he never quite figured out how to get his emotional needs met. He got stuck as a teenager. And even though his body aged, he continues in teenage types of behaviors. So we do know, again, this is just research in general. We know that binge eating or morbid obesity is, okay, so I'm going to say this so it doesn't get confused. In the situation where there is morbid obesity, and there was also childhood trauma, because not everybody who's morbidly obese had childhood trauma. Okay, so it could be maybe it was just severe bullying in elementary school. So, but if childhood trauma is known and the person is binge eating or has, morbid obesity, those are definitely situations where those are situations that are correlated or associated with an increased probability of dissociation. Dissociation is very rare. People want to make it not so rare, and they're wrong, because it takes an awful lot for somebody to learn to dissociate and come out of their conscious self. It's not normal for us to do that. But you can definitely get regressive states. You can get childlike behavior that is acted out in inappropriate settings when there was neglect, early childhood trauma, etc. And the last thing I'm going to say about this is really important, is that there is an interactive effect for women and age in terms of becoming an adult who starts using childlike behavior for many things. I've seen people before that would they would get in trouble. They would perceive they did something wrong at work, or they had a disagreement with their sibling or with their child. Oh, I saw one time with their child. An adult woman had a disagreement with her adult child, and she begins to cry, and she talks to the adult child saying like, you don't want your mama to be sad, do you? I don't like to feel sad. I like being happy when I'm with you. And the adult daughter says, you see, like, how am I supposed to respond to that? Why can't we just have a conversation? Like, what is this? Why do you act like you're a little kid? So, and the reason is because the adult mom would get in distress, she would get uncomfortable, she would feel pressure. And because she never really learned to understand her mood states, and she certainly was never taught how to manage her mood in a healthy way, she developed no coping skills. She reverted back to a period of time in her life where she was getting her needs met, which was crying and acting like a small baby, and that would get the attention of the adults around her. But when you're doing it, when you're a 75-year-old or 80-year-old woman, then it's not normal, right? It's an indication that you need to learn some coping skills, need to learn to calm and relax yourself when you start feeling agitated and triggered. And then you need to deal with this with logic and fact and not fall back into the emotion. So it's a really complicated set of issues that have a fairly easily understood explanation and catalyst. And maybe when people have more self-awareness for why they change mood states, why maybe they fall back on earlier behaviors that become self-destructive in certain settings, then maybe it's empowering and people feel more competent to say, oh yeah, I don't know why I'm acting this way. Let's just solve the problem. Let me do my diaphragmatic breathing, make sure I go to yoga 3-4 times a week, and then I can deal with adult problems. So if this sounds familiar for someone you love, someone you know, for yourself, then you can look for a psychologist and try to make sure that they're identifying as trauma-informed psychologist, because they will understand this whole concept and know they're not going to give you, or don't let them give you, a diagnosis of DID. DID is a completely different animal than simply changing mood states. Okay, it is natural to be a different type of personality given whatever environment that you're in. All right, so with all that being said, hopefully we get a little more insight into what is amazing to watch. Let me get this video up. So I do have a very quick question. Do you guys not have do you not like when I talk about more academic information? Would you prefer that I not do it? If you don't want me to do it, just put a 1. If you like it and you think it makes the videos more interesting, then put a 2. Okay, I'm gonna do what you guys tell me to do. So if you like having some of the theoretical information as a way to sort of view some of the content that we talk about, then great, we'll do it. If you don't want to be in a college class, then I won't subject you to that, okay? Oh, look, we have a PhD in nutrition. Dr. Nutrition, we may need you to come up and talk about some of those issues. It's so funny. All right. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are fun. Good, Jackie T. I don't mind it either way myself. Yeah. Y'all are a lot of fun. Okay. So let me share the video that we're going to look at today. And this was, in fact, one of the videos where, Yaba just seems mystified. Like she's just in shock. And this woman, Yaba from the YouTube Underground, I'm not kidding. She could write an entire dissertation on Foodie Beauty. Okay. Look, Foodie is a very interesting woman. Make no mistake about it. She is interesting. She is not easily understood, I think. And I think that's why she has such an attraction. So many people get really wrapped up in her life and the things that she does, because it's just she's complex. She does things that make you kind of confused, like you don't understand how it could happen. Like, feel like Kuwait is too restrictive on women and her need to express herself, and so her solution is to move to Syria. Yeah, hard to understand. I mean, I think I know why she did it, but that'll come out later. But let's go ahead and watch this. It is explosive. I even fell back on being Robin and Batman. Holy exploding bombs, Batman. You're gonna see what I mean. She has got that fan blowing. I really think there may be a couple of fans in there, and she's got it blowing as high as it will blow because it is damn hot. It's like 100 degrees, and they're in a little one room that has one little small window that has a metal blast plate over the window. It's just got little slats, a few little slats that are cut out. They have no air circulation, no air conditioning. It's just a fan blowing hot air around the room. And she's decked out in full Galabaya. Okay, so the hijab is the head covering. They also wear undergarments, okay, which are just like long underwear. They wear undergarments, then the hijab, and then she doesn't do it very often, but many of the women, oh my gosh, you know how yesterday I was talking about the luxurious fabrics in this part of the world for almost no money. These stylish Middle Eastern women, the things that they can do with a hijab is stunning. These young women are breathtaking beautiful. Like, I cannot tell you. Now, some of the older men in Egypt, they would just be just so disgusted because they would say, look at her. She's fully covered with her hijab and all her makeup, and then her clothes are skin tight. So they may wear something, down to their knees, but it's like sweater. And so it's like you can see all the curves in their body. But beautiful, beautiful women, and their ability to make these gorgeous head wraps with their hijabs, like it's like, people that can do French braid, like some hairdressers that do the runway shows can make your hair amazing, right? Well, that's how these young women are. I haven't seen that Foodie has learned to wrap her hijab so that it's stylish, right? She just is sort of wrapping it like the old ladies do. But the young ladies, they can definitely gussy it up and make themselves look frou-frou and, look like a peacock on display. Very, very gorgeous. But she's very utilitarian so far right now. And so she's got her basic hijab on. The long dress, like a robe or a house coat, that's called a galabaya. Men and women wear the galabaya. And then the niqab is the actual head face covering where you might have the eyes, but if you are with an abusive bastard or you're from Afghanistan, then they're going to have a screen that you're even looking through a screen so you can't even see the eyes because they said eyes are too seductive. You're bringing shame on your family if you have beautiful eyes. So it's pretty horrible. All right, so let's go. I apologize about the fan. And we're going to speed it up a little too. Okay, we can hear her moving around. Come on, Chantal. Get the show on the road, girl. Here we go. Roll call. I've got it 1.65, so she sounds like a chipmunk. And I don't mind saying this. I hate the roll call. What do you guys think about the roll call? Is the roll call a massive waste of time? Or do you guys like it when the creator just calls your names? Hey, butterflies are free to fly. Fly away, fly away. Ooh, doo, doo. Someone saved my life. I gotta quit singing. Okay. You brought up a great song in my head. Butterflies are free to fly. Elton John, right? Okay. So yeah, I hate the roll call. And so she is doing a roll call. I hate it, Julie. I hate the roll call. But anyway, I'm at 1.65. She sounds like a chipmunk, but it's okay because she's doing the damn roll call.
Get up and I'm ready to go live, you know? Thank you, Meloius. Acidic, welcome. Yeah. Could be, Fran. I didn't check the news lately.
Yes, they were bombing you. They were, in fact, bombing you, dear. You can check the news. You can check. I showed you an internet site where you look to see how many people die each day in Dara. So, yeah, but if you don't want to look, you don't have to look. Notice her galabaya. She's literally wearing a galabaya that is velveteen. Velveteen, people. It's 100 degrees in Syria right now. She's wearing velveteen. Cutie, do you know that you can get a cotton galabaya, or even better, splurge for the money and get some linen galabayas, okay? Because what you're wearing, you're going to pass out one day. You are going to fall over, dehydrated. She ought to be weighing 120 pounds. If she's eating one meal a day and she's wearing this velveteen, what is basically a house robe, there's no possible way for her to hang on to 450 pounds. Just not possible.
Jack, hello. The cafe looks lovely. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really awesome. Even to just go if you want to go spend some time in AC and have some shisha. Hey, Meller. Thank you. Kitty. You loved it, Barbara? Yeah, I just kind of like accumulated clips and just put them all together. But we haven't actually gone out into Damascus and like walked around. We just had an errand to run there. So next time we go, we're going to be doing a lot of walking around. Julia's okay. Shiara.
All right. Now notice, she says, well, you haven't really been to Damascus. We went one day just for an errand. We're going to go back and spend some time walking around. But didn't we just get released a video where they had their outing in Damascus and they went to the KFG? Remember that? You know what I think? I think she's traveling right now. I think she's put together a group of videos to be released while she's traveling, because you can load them up and you can tell the computer to start playing them or make them public on a certain day. It's some little click like public to private to public or private to members only, or you can do a premiere but I don't know if you can set that one as an automatic release. But I think she's traveling right now, and that's why the videos are all messed up in terms of time.
The KFC food looked a bit busted. It would look different, but it was really good. It was just a lot of grease for me, right? You know, at the time, and I was hot, but it was tasty. Yeah, of course I'm gonna vlog at the shopping. Yes, some people want me to change for William, especially Sella that tells me to change my profile. Oh, she wanted to change your profile, Samir? Why?
Because they're still showing
Falafel
Kuwait.
pita sandwich. I had one the other day.
Your profile is still Kuwait, and you claim that you hate Kuwait and that you're never going back. And you know, I'm asking myself, why is she keeping the Kuwait apartment showing on her profile? I think it's because she hasn't accepted that the Kuwait arc is over. I think she is completely in denial. I think she is looking at this like a temporary, one way or the other. Somehow they're not going to be living in Syria.
Hey, home tour. Face looking so good after all that movement. Well, thank you. The sauce looks good though. Yeah, the sauces were good. It was delicious. A KFG mukbang. Well, I can still do one.
No, you can't. It's obscene.
I don't know. I haven't seen any other Westerners. Been stuck at the airport. That's the worst.
She hasn't seen any other Westerners. Cutie, why? Why do you think it is you have not seen any other Westerners? Let's just play a guessing game here. Could it be the Israeli bombs falling down around you? Could that be part of it? Maybe it's the no clean running water. Maybe it is the danger of kidnapping. Perhaps it is no air conditioning. I mean, we can keep doing this for hours. There is so much wrong in Syria. So don't act surprised that you haven't seen any Westerners. You know what they're doing? They're staying in Lebanon, which is a real country with like real comforts that humans have grown accustomed to. We are no longer cavemen. And then they drive across the border, they do their work, and then they drive back to Lebanon to spend the night. That's why you're not seeing them.
Oh, you're Niqab. Yeah. Well, their culture, Samir, they probably, find it a bit different. You know? No portable AC. You know? What's Stella up to? He is busy doing something this morning that I thought, nah, I'll just stay home. Because honestly, I have a lot to do. Like, I don't know. I still have no mop. By the way, we did find a proper litter box. No, we don't have Ozempic here. We don't even have antidepressants here. So, like, we went to the pharmacy.
There
and
you
asked
go.
them, like, no. But
boom! Was I right or was I right? Put a 1 if I was right. Put a 2 if you have no idea what I'm celebrating. Here's what I'm celebrating. In one of the last videos that I did, watching her go from normal, taking her brain pill, quotation marks, brain pill, and then 45 minutes later, she is zonked out of her mind to the point that she did not even have control over her left eye. Her damn left eye was completely looking at something different than her right eye. I said she is not on antidepressants. Who remembers me saying that? I called it. I said, this doesn't look like antidepressants. It's one of two things. It is either barbiturate or it's high dose anti-anxiolytic like Xanax or Valium or something like that, right? And then someone else said, well, it could be like an antipsychotic. And that is true. However, with antipsychotics, you generally see not just the slurring of the words and the sleepiness and the droopy eyes. The whole body gets very, very relaxed. So she wouldn't be staying live if she was under the effects of antipsychotics that were strong enough to make her zone out. I still say, knowing what I know about Egypt, it is either barbiturates or Xanax, and I'm leaning toward Xanax. The barbiturates are used for something for like seizures. the Xanax is subscribed to everyone if they are having trouble sleeping, or if they're depressed, or if they eat too much, or if they have a breakup. The Xanax over there is still prescribed like it's candy, right? Well, Captagon is a bit different, Hound Lover. Captagon is like a stimulant. So, and can I say this too? And I heard someone, yeah, the Seroquel, you're not going to be just like kind of drunk and then on live having fun. With Seroquel, it's gonna knock you on your ass before you ever really recognize that you're like have a feeling of intoxication. It just puts you to sleep. It's like boom, you're out, right? Color, Kelly, gone. Right? You take it, and then 25 minutes later, it's like, okay, I'm in bed. Good night. So Seroquel is actually a really, really great sleeping medication, and it doesn't have an addiction profile or anything like that. Yeah. But the Xanax is horrible. And so, we do know that with Syria, same thing in Afghanistan, the fighters, they're all addicted to opium, right? You see a lot of hashish in Egypt even, and in Egypt you can get a life sentence for having even just a single dose of hashish. But in Syria, it's actually really, really common. It's not unusual. Captagon is a stimulant, an amphetamine. Same thing. The soldiers were addicted to it. So I myself, I'll say this. I thought one night watching her, I thought, wow, she sincerely looks like she's in opiate withdrawal. It was just the never ending yawning. Her eyes are watering, right? Eyes are watering. She's yawning and yawning and yawning. She looked like she was in opiate withdrawal. Now, does she know that she's using some type of hash or hash oil? Hash oil is it can be hidden very easily because it's just like this black kind of sticky stuff that you could put like in a cap of a pen and nobody would ever know you have it. And then they put a little dot of it on aluminum foil or maybe a Coke can, and then they hold the fire underneath it, and then when it smokes, then they suck the smoke up. So other types of opiates, though, that they could actually crush it and put it in food. So it's hard to know exactly what kind it is, but she sure did look like she was going through low-level withdrawal symptoms. I'm not saying she was. I'm not even saying she would know if that's what she's taking. But then we watched her go from perfectly normal to really, really slurring her words, uncontrolled eyes, really, really like slow talking. And so maybe it was Xanax, maybe it was some kind of opiate, but we know now it wasn't an antidepressant because she just told on herself, just like she always does. So there you go.
We did find a veterinarian. Salam cherry lips. Yeah. The mozzarella sticks were very rich, Lily. Yeah, that's up to you, Samir, And yeah, so the veterinarian office had clumping cat litter, a proper box. We got her a pink litter box and she loves it. So out with that old one that was just an interim one. And also we're taking her not tomorrow, but Tuesday. We have an appointment to take her Tuesday. They're going to sedate her and they're going to give her almost, I think, a full body shave, like a lion cut for the summer. So yes, a towel wrapped around a broom. Oh, why didn't I think of that, Melodious?
Now, I don't know why they have to sedate Julia unless, I talked about my Persian cat, and my Persian cat is like the cutest little fluff ball you've ever seen. Like the vet, I took her to specifically a cat veterinarian, right? Because Peach is a real problem. I think she was abused before I got her. Anyway, she actually gave my veterinarian stitches because you look at her and you see this little fluffy, little sweet, wide-eyed little baby, little teeny tiny little cat. She's a full-blown cat, but she's very small. And you think, oh my God, that is like a living teddy bear. But what no one knows is that what beats inside of her is the heart of a lion. So she doesn't want to be treated like a little floofy fur ball. She wants to be feared. And you damn sure will fear her if you ever reach out to touch her. So I warned everybody at the vet the first time I took her. And I told anyone and everyone I could, she's dangerous, she's dangerous, she's dangerous. And the cat vet came in and said, oh, she's not so dangerous. Look how cute she is. She reached out to pet Peaches, and Peaches proceeded to climb, like wrap herself around the vet's arm, starting at the hand, and just went around and round like a Christmas peppermint stick. Went around and around all the way up to her shoulder, her neck, before I could finally grab her and get her off of the vet and shove her back down in her carry thing. And it was kind of weird because it was like the Stepford Wives moment, because the vet, came in with this little sing-song voice and a smile on her face. And she was like, oh, she's so cute. And there she is, literally bleeding gallons of blood down her arm. And she never missed a beat. She looked at me, same sing-song voice, and said, well, I can't say you didn't warn me. And I was like, ma'am, go take care of that because you may bleed to death. Anyway, so she got stitches. It was really that bad. And so now my sweet little Peaches has a big red file across her. Like when they pull her file up in the computer, it has a big red sash that goes across the front of it. It says she's violent and aggressive. So she's not with me, okay? But I will tell you this. I cannot have a brush, a pen, a spoon. I cannot have anything in my hand and put it near her. She will attack me. I'm the only one that she will let pick her up and love on her. She'll purr. She sleeps with me. But if I have something in my hand, she's coming for me. Like she's going to get me. So I did order these gloves. They're like these rubber gloves that you put on, and they have little nubs on the palms so that I can, like, I'm petting her and it's actually brushing, but you cannot touch her stomach. Like, that's a no-go zone no matter what. So I can do pretty good between the shaves using the mitts, but still I'm taking her like 3 times a year to they put her to sleep, and then they do all of her medical care. And then at the end of the day, I go pick her up, and that's how we have to do it. Now, I thought this was really strange because the people at my vet said, we don't have very many cats that are so aggressive they have to be sedated just for a general, like medical check. And I said, I do think that where we rescued her from, it was a very strange situation, and I think she had been badly abused. So, I mean, she's a purebred. She is one of the most beautiful cats that my cat vet said that she had ever seen. Said she was a perfect specimen for a moon-shaped Persian. So why would somebody just give this cat away unless there was a problem, right? So somewhere this little cat got a problem. Since she's with me, if it's just me, she is very loving, very sweet. She trusts me, but she won't come near anyone in my family, my husband, nobody. It's just only me. So anyway, did Foodie Beauty watch that video that I did about her, and she heard my story about the cat sedation, and that's why she's saying this? Is that why? I don't know. It maybe she did, or maybe the cat has had the mats so long that now it has open sores. There's infection under the matted hair. And so they're going to have to sedate her just because it's going to be very painful to get it all shaved off and then to medicate, the sores. It kind of made me mad when I heard they were going to sedate the cat because I thought it's one of those situations where the mats are so bad that the animals actually got open wounds.
See? Yeah, Triumph, I did. How do we bathe? We have a tub and a shower. But hey, Katina, because we preserve water and because the shower head is not very good, it's like sprinkles. So it takes a while to shower to do, but oh well. So yeah. You got to do what you got to do to adapt. Yeah, exactly, Lily. Hey, Angela. The name Beezers? It goes way back, Mar. It's a long story, but basically had to do with a misbehaving cat I had. Yeah, Kitty, I know. No, it's cold water. Yay, thanks, bonus train rat. I'm going to have Indomie. I don't have much food in the house right now because we usually just eat out. So I have half a bag of chips, Indomie, and a pineapple, which will be my sustenance for today. I'll let them trim near her tail. No. I don't know if they're going to shave her whole body, but just definitely under her belly area because that's where she gets matted the most. And I just, I haven't been around and I don't know where her brush is. We got to get a brush, by the way. Actually.
What do you mean you haven't been around? So, what does that even mean? You have been there for at least 2 weeks and possibly longer somehow, unless this was filmed earlier, that it wasn't actually filmed today, but it was filmed like a week ago, right? So we got to keep that in mind when we're trying to time all this. I think she's keeping it very confusing on purpose.
Nice, acidic. Thank you. Eating a whole pineapple. Where have I heard that before? Yeah, this one is like a tiny little pineapple. I don't think I'll eat the whole thing, but actually I just, we have this routine. Well, I have a routine where we have this giant jug of water and I fill the water bottles with it, like drinking water. And I fill the water bottles with it. And whenever the sun is going to be strong at around maybe 9, I'm going to put them in the freezer. So yeah. And then hopefully that won't blow the solar because if it does, I'm SOL. No, I comb her, but I don't have her actual brush, so I just use a comb. No, Zach. Hey, Sarah. At least we're together. I'd be anywhere with my husband. I wouldn't mind anything. Yeah. Exactly. That was my reasoning, My cat, my love, and I can adapt to any situation, I guess, I think. I don't know. Just got to be creative about stuff, When are y'all moving? into the house? I don't know. Hopefully very soon. Hey, Evie. Sometimes it blows the solar when we plug it in. Like it blows the battery out, so we have to reset everything.
I did
Burger King, nice. Hey,
for
Private Dancer.
5 damn
What did you have? I wonder if they have a knockoff Burger King. I'm not sure. I haven't checked.
Can you hear
I gotta do
me?
some dishes. I don't know. I haven't been in an actual like grocery store.
Can you hear me? It's a test. It's only a test of the emergency broadcast system. Yay, you can hear me. It was just a test to see if you guys were paying attention. That's all. I need to feel a little love every now and then. Thank you, ladies.
So I'm not sure if I can. I'm not sure.
Look at Shalimar.
I managed to do some laundry, but it was
Bismillah.
washer is just
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
You did pass. Thank you.
I needed some help because, you know, it wasn't hell. Well, that's okay. Eat off paper plates. Can we get another Sagittarius Shorty impression? No way. No, she was offended by the first one, so you do it. You do it, yo mama, and get her after you. It's hard by hand. Anything is harder by hand, yeah. With purple tunnel, yeah. The little Timu washers, yes, Vanna. Hey, Sammy. Thank you, Evie. Hey, Beezus. She said she's the queen of Canada. Well, then if she's, you know, that's what she wants to be, that's good. I grew up rather poor. My mom used to wash our clothing in the bathtub when we had nothing else at work. You got to do what you got to do. You know, I tried and I'm just like, the process. So I think the washer is okay now, but we'll see. There's somebody.
Okay, so she has 5 outfits, right? In Syria, I mean. She has 5. She appears to have 5. Okay, 5 outfits that have been seen on camera. So she's worn each one 3 or 4 days. She said that her wash machine doesn't work. Her refrigerator doesn't work. But she says that, I've got to wash my clothes in the sink. Now, we saw the sink, remember? It's the little tiny bathroom sink. It's not the big kitchen sink. I don't think the kitchen works. I don't think the kitchen stove works. I don't think the kitchen sink works. I think the only running water they have is the toilet, or the toilet is not running water, but I think the water from the little bathroom sink is really the only access to water that they have. And that is coming from a big plastic receptacle that is up on the roof. Okay. Now, imagine the amount of fabric in one Galabea, because she's about 450 pounds. So imagine, and now we can clearly see that this is velveteen. This one is velveteen. Any of you guys ever tried to wash a towel? Anybody ever dropped a towel into the pool and then you got to get it out of the pool and you got to squeeze the water out? Is that easy, or does that take some muscle? So I want someone to explain to me how she's going to take one of these Galabeas that's realistically probably, let's see, it's probably 1, 2, 3. It's probably 3.5 yards, maybe more. 3.5 yards of fabric, velveteen fabric. How are you going to take 3.5 meters of heavy fabric, and you're going to wash that in a bathroom sink? And I don't know, you got to watch these ladies do this, okay? They wash outside. They have a big clean stone. And so after they get soap and water on the fabric, they lay it out over that stone and they beat that fabric. Like they got another rock in their hand and they're hitting that fabric with the rock. And then they rinse, and then they put it back out and beat it. Then they rinse, and then they put it back out. They wring it out, and then finally get it to a point that they can lift it enough to put over like a clothesline. Correct? that's just for someone that's a normal size. What are you going to do with a Galabea with 3.5 meters of fabric in a little tiny bathroom sink? How are you going to get soap and clean it? And even worse, how are you going to rinse that using all of your week's water supply? And then where in the hell are you going to hang it to dry? I guess you can hang it in your shower, maybe. Now, she's claiming that she has to wash all the clothes by hand. So you're going to wash 5 Galabeas, a handful of hijabs, and Salah's blue jeans. And really? I that's hard for me to believe.
In this building that knows how to get it to work. I don't know. She was like pouring bottles of water in the area where you put the soap. I don't know if it's just like there's like a problem with it filling with water. I don't know. But the spin cycle, the spin and dry was okay. And then they lent us this like big rack and I just hung the clothes on it and it dried within like a couple of hours. It was like pretty quick.
Yeah, because it's 100 degrees, cutie. Good Lord, she is out.
Washing clothes by hand is cathartic.
Out of reality. She is delusional.
Hello, Gigi.
Me
Thanks, Serena.
too. Butterflies.
We go do the dishes now?
And no hot water to kill germs, right?
Hey,
Net Detective, good to see you.
Man, I ate way too much yesterday.
Yeah, and look at your eye today.
Oh my gosh, Salah and I shared that plate. That's a lot of food. It was really densely packed, but it was so good. Like it was so good. Like whenever I can get a home cooked meal, I'm gonna try to cook like when we move, like if we move there. But whatever. Like I don't have any I have like one pot. I guess I could try to cook in the one pot. I don't know. Hey Mary, how are you?
So much work.
I think the sun is good if you can put the clothes outside. I know. I don't think I'm able. Oh no, I'm afraid of them blowing away. KFC better than KFC. Can we drive around in bees? Maybe later. I'm just waiting for we just been really busy these past days. So once
she's afraid of her drying clothes from blowing away. You ought to be worried about those women living in poverty that have been wearing the same clothes for the past 10 years since 2011. They're going to look at that fine velveteen frock you got and they're going to walk off with that because they're going to say, Alhamdulillah, God is great. God.
Settle down a bit. I'll be able to dedicate more time to you guys. I'm sorry. They were, sometimes you put cashews. I've had the recipe where some people put cashews.
Okay, we're not going to listen to this.
But whenever you're really hungry.
She put up a picture of a dish that they supposedly ate yesterday. And, oh, it was so yummy and had peanuts. But we don't need to listen to all that about food.
At all. Yes. Corvus. I don't know about AC, actually. No, I don't think so. AC, you'll see like on a lot of, no, I'm scratching my foot. On a lot of buildings, you know, in my Damascus video, you see a lot of AC units, but those I think were from pre-war times. And I don't think that a lot of them are probably functioning now, but. Anyways, there's a new layer of dust on my counter, so I got to go clean it. I think I'm going to, yeah, I have my diabetes meds right now. There we go.
She's had to have 2 emergency insulin shots since she's been there. She said she was just going to quit taking insulin. She didn't need it.
Cleaning agent? What do you mean, like cleaners? Eating out is cheap, yeah. I'll say like a lot of the things like day-to-day living stuff is pretty affordable. Like fuel is expensive, on par with Western prices like in Canada. Cigarettes are 50 cents a pack of 20.
Just what you need is cigarettes.
What else? Hey, Angelfly.
Great job. Just what you need.
Yeah, food is pretty cheap. Pretty affordable, like even more so than Kuwait, I would say.
Because
so
everyone's
like Canada,
starving,
Kuwait,
Chantal.
Teardrop, hello. Good morning. I know it's night for you guys.
The
that's
food that's coming in
is
coming in from charity.
The chicken and fry sauces look yummy, but I question those mozzarella sticks. Yeah. They were good though, Lily. They tasted like mozzarella sticks, but they were just very large. When you're all settled in, get a PO box and tell us we can send. I don't think they have PO boxes, but I'm not sure. But I don't think I will. It's okay. It looks hot. It's starting to get there, yeah. Hey, Marina. What time is it there? It is 7:30. It's 6:30 here. Anyways.
The yellow parts of her eyes are,
Yeah.
the white part of her eyes
That's
are
it.
very yellow.
9:30 in Cali. Not bad, not bad. It's still early. Hey, Darlene. It's 7:30 a.m. in London. Vanessa, what are you doing awake? Going okay, Peach Color. Virginia Martinez, so happy to see you enjoying life in Syria. Thank you. Thank you, Virginia.
Now, is that what we call an oxymoron? Great to see you enjoying life in Syria. Is that what is that? That's not an oxymoron, is it? Don't opiates make people itch? Yeah, you want to know something, Kelly? It exactly makes people itch, and it's notorious for making people's nose itch. She can't keep her hands off her nose since she got to Syria. It's very strange. Yeah, enjoying life in Syria. I thought, that is a strange thing to say to someone. Like, is everyone in her channel delusional? Like, are people just not, did they just not understand what is happening in Syria? All right, I wanted to fast forward here. Poor Julia. I can't stand it. Look at that poor little cat. Just look.
I don't think so.
Okay, we're doing a clean with me, right? Look at the walls. They literally have bomb smut, or what's it called? Soot. Bomb soot on the walls. You see the black smears? My heart is broken for this little cat. And I know that there's plenty of people that would say, oh my gosh, you're a horrible person to be sad for the cat. Why aren't you sad for Chantal and Salah? Well, so I'm not, that's not true. I am sad for the two of them, and I think they're crazy. Okay. But I'm sad for the cat because the cat is being affected by irresponsible owners. The cat is, we're watching a cat that's in severe neglect. Okay. So if you let your cat go so long that it gets open sores because of the matting, you are being neglectful to a level that should be criminal. So that's the one thing. The other thing is that Chantal and Salah, they have, brains that would make it possible for them to say, oh, if we do this live in public, we may get kicked out of Kuwait. If I break the laws that I'm bound by, I may lose my residency card in Kuwait. They had a choice. That's why I'm not so tore up about the condition they're in. They had a choice, and they were both horribly irresponsible. And I think, my opinion, that it's a scammer scamming a scammer. So call this the karma bus, if you wish. I mean, who would think that karma was some bitch in Syria? But it certainly looks like it is, doesn't it? I mean, this is tough beans. But that little cat doesn't deserve any of this nonsense. Truly. They didn't even have a litter box for that cat. So, I can't hardly, watch it. It breaks my heart when they start showing the cat.
No, don't come in here. What?
So there she is in the kitchen. You can clearly see that the oven behind her is not in use. Like, I don't know why it's got a coffee thing on the top of it, but it won't work. If you look at the cord here that's connecting the hood, does that look safe to you? It doesn't to me either. But hey, what are we worried about? Look at those cabinets. Those cherry wood cabinets are beautiful. Pay no attention to the wires, the exposed wires above the stove, and pay no attention to the fact that the stove looks like somebody beat it up. What a mess.
We have in a fridge, see? That's the solar panel.
Got to go back. I didn't see that earlier.
What? We have in a fridge, see?
Oh my God. What are we looking at? Why are there sofas in the kitchen? And where do the doors go? And what is all that electrical equipment on the wall? Huh. Oh, look, there's a real litter box down on the floor. See it at the bottom? See it. Good for you, Julia.
That's the solar panel.
She said that's a solar panel. Poor little cat. Yeah, she hates that cat hates this woman. I cannot imagine living like this. Look at that, y'all. Oh my God. I got to ask you guys, okay? I have to ask you guys. Okay, who in here would live like this willingly to be with a man? Anybody? Hey, Lolo, good to see you. Who would do that? I am. Oh my God. Me neither. I mean, no offense to Bill. He's a good guy. I'm telling y'all, I got a good man. I have a good husband. Would I do it? No, I would just say, come visit, honey. I would not live here. No. When he took me off to Egypt, granted, we lived in the Intercontinental Hotel. We lived there for several months, like looking for a place that we wanted to live, right? And it's a 5-star hotel. So it was amazing, very luxurious. And then the company ended up renting us a 3-story literal villa mansion. We had a big, huge fountain. You had to walk through these big 12 or 18-foot wrought iron gates with all this scroll work on it. And then you'd walk into the little courtyard. It was all cobblestone, and you had a big fountain and petrified wood. And I mean, it was luxury, like of the highest sort. No, no, hell no, not for any man. No. You know what, Chantal? The way that you have chosen to live, this is why I work 7 days a week. Because I ain't that. No. I am willing to work 60 hours a week to avoid that. Oh. I mean, if that's temporary, if that's just a to get to a better place, then like total respect. But they seem to be settling in because they purchased solar panels, right? And Salah said that he is paying for listen to this. He's paying the water bill for the entire building. Now, let's problem solve through this. Why would he pay the water bill for everyone in the building? Number one, he knows that they're going to be using more water than anyone else would. And number two, he's got to ingratiate himself to all the people that live there so that they don't plot and plan to steal the wealthy Western woman. He's got to make it worth their time that she not get kidnapped. Oh, wow. You stepped off into now, cutie.
So I have this pot.
Look at that pot.
I can cook the indomie in.
That is not Farberware.
So let me try that.
It's not Le Creuset. My, oh my. Girl. What are
trying to see
you?
if this is
Oh, look at the dust. My God.
oh, yeah.
Look at the dust. Chantal, don't you know living there, you got to clean in the morning and you got to clean at night. Otherwise, the dirt, your apartment will turn into part of the desert. Look how dirty that is. Look at the corner. Oh my God. I didn't see this earlier for some reason. Look at the corner over there behind the fan. Oh my God, Chantal, you got to clean, honey. You can't. You can't live like that. No. That
cannot be.
look at the oven. Now, does that oven look like Salah got mad because he realized he was stuck in Syria and he took it out on the oven? If you think that Salah beat up the stove, put a 1. If you think that that's just the current modern design in Syria, put a 2. And Sketty Nona hit the nail on the head. That gunk on the wall, it's not just on stuff, Chantal. That's in your damn lungs. You better listen to Sketty Nona. She knows. Oh my God. This is troubling. So troubling. Yet there's no non-strategy. Someone kicked the shit out of that stove. Look at it. You can see the dent right where the boot was landing. Oh my gosh. Girl, go home. Where is you? Oh man, this is so sad. You need to go home, Chantal. I'm serious. You need to get on an airplane and go to Canada like yesterday. This is look at the wires. Exposed wires plugged into the wall. Oh my God. What is she doing? Washing dishes in dirty water?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'll hurry and rinse this. The water runs out.
Yeah, you're doing great, Chantal. Keep up the good work. Chantal, this is madness.
It'll get really hot.
This is madness.
That's how we know. So, yeah. make rice in here. Maybe just like a one pot dish. Don't know. Mashallah. Is this dry? Oh, okay. Now this will make you guys nervous. This is what I cook on. You see this apparatus? It's gas and I've never used it before.
Don't do
Let's take a
that,
break.
Chantal.
Before I start it, because I'm kind of nervous. Can't get
Yeah,
water.
you damn well ought to be nervous. What is she doing?
What kind of bird is that? Hi, Edie. What do you do? You need to put that on the floor? Really? People have them on the counters here. Give it some room to breathe. So basically, where's Kevin? Actually, big question. No, I did hear him this morning. Ooh. Let's give her a go. Well, Salah showed me today, Chantal G, but I'm nervous. So basically, you turn the gas on until you hear the gas turn on, and then you take a lighter right up to the gas and you light it. Kevin got left alone, so I'm kind of freaked out a little bit.
Oh my
In the
God.
Philippines, we only use those outside. Really? Here, everyone uses them inside. Needs to pee. But you do a lot of the cooking outside, right? In the
No,
Philippines?
no, Chantal, no, no. You do not use them inside, and you certainly don't use them inside where you're at because you don't have any damn windows. She's gonna light a propane. What? Oh my God.
Did you hear about a guy named Elliot Eastman, a tourist who got kidnapped in the Philippines because he lived in a really bad zone? Have you heard about that area that used to be? I don't know if you heard about that case.
Listen
The
to
counter
her.
is just a raised
She's
floor.
so. Oh, did you hear? The YouTuber that lived in a really bad zone in the Philippines and got kidnapped. Did you hear about that? No, you don't know it. Chantal, you're in Dara, Syria, the home of ISIL.
I think there's a bird in the house. You hear that?
That's exactly what I'm thinking, sweet Melissa. Has she ever heard
I hear a
of
bird in the
carbon
bedroom.
monoxide?
What the heck?
Question, delusional lass.
Oh.
Question, delusional lass. How would a bird get into your house? You have no windows. You have no windows, Chantal.
If you didn't hear it, look it up, Elliot Eastman. And the chirping is coming from in there. I'm not going in there. Yeah, that was a really sad case, but he was warned many times. You know? I guess you could probably...
Chantal, let's think about this, okay? You are speaking with incredulity that there is a YouTuber who is warned about going to a dangerous area in the Philippines, and he goes there anyway, and what everybody said was going to happen to him actually happened. And you're sitting there going, oh, but they warned him. He just ignored the warnings. He ignored them. He was so foolish. Chantal, look around you. Tell me one time in your life that you said to yourself, I want to be an ISIS bride and live in the dirt with no electricity or running water or safety or no windows for circulating air and no food and not able to get outside and walk around because I am actually a prime kidnapping target. When did you ever have that dream as one of your goals? Look around you, Chantal. This is not cat food on your carpet. This is not a pile of Amazon boxes, Box Mountain. Hell, this isn't even having sex with a homeless person, Chantal. This is, you're delusional, honey. You're completely out of touch with reality. You are living a fantasy right now. You have convinced yourself that you only need Salah and nothing else to survive. And the truth is, you better start dealing in reality.
Probably look at it that way here, but no, I think it depends on the area as well. There's some areas that are safe and touristy in the Philippines.
You are in Dara. Okay? You're not even in Damascus. You would be safer in Aleppo. I don't know why in the hell you talk about Aleppo like it's so bad, other than you just are uninformed, okay? Aleppo was the scene of intense fighting, but that's because the freedom fighters were losing. Down there where you are, where Salah's family home is, there wasn't intense fighting down there because it is Al-Qaeda controlled, Chantal. It's Al-Qaeda controlled.
Same, more safe here, same thing anywhere. Hey, Ellen Dragonfly.
She's safer right where she is. She's as safe there as she is anywhere. Man, that is not going to age well, Chantal. That statement right there is going to come back and bite you in your butt. You are not as safe as anywhere else in the world. You go to Damascus and you are much safer than where you are right now. There is clearly not a single place on the planet more dangerous to a Western woman than Dara. And there's plenty of Western women there that will tell you that. Jesus.
Breakfast for Julia. Sounds like a bird. Bats don't chirp, they screech. New pet, bees. Okay, should I go try the gas cylinder? There's good and bad everywhere, yeah. Exactly.
Oh, she's saying, Martian, she's saying that, but it's not true.
I thought there was a pimple on the back of my neck, but it was a skin tag, and I picked it off. And
she's claiming they're not in Dara. They're completely in Dara. Like, we know that's no doubt about it, based on the driving, the street signs, like the highway signs, the conditions that they're experiencing, the hour-and-a-half drive to Damascus, how far it is to Lebanon. They're in Dara. I'm talking about the Dara area, not Dara the city. Not Dara city, but Dara, like, I don't know, I think they call it provinces. She is absolutely, we know where she is. And it is 100% Al-Qaeda, ISIL territory. The president of the country is Al-Qaeda. And from where they are, if they go around to the right, like going east, and then head north, there is a protected passageway for Al-Qaeda to drive from Dara up to Aleppo. No, we know where they are. She is more hungry to have a man who will allow her to be in his presence than she is her own personal survival. She is willing to live in the most ghastly circumstances, her life in literal danger, all to have an opportunity for a man to say, that's my husband. Now I'm going to ask you, how healthy is that? How healthy is that? Don't give me a romanticized version of love. Because I'll tell you this, my husband would never allow me or my children or my pets even to be in a place like this. He might go if he has to go for whatever reason, but ain't no way in hell, no way he's putting me in that kind of danger. That's real love, Chantal. Real love is protecting you. Real love is making sure that you have basic health, hygienic surroundings, access to medications, and healthy food, not fattening, gross food. That's real love. Do y'all disagree with me about that? I'm just curious. Is it love to say you have to go with me no matter how bad it gets? you have to be right by my side. Is that love? Or is it love for a man to say, you have to be protected and safe at all cost? And even though we might be apart, in no way does that make me not love you. I can't stand the idea of you being hurt or killed or sick with no medical care. And so you're going to stay where I know you're safe, and I'll go do what I've got to do. Now, which one is actually love? What? Big tit? Okay. Big titty, pretty bitch. I think you might be on something there, right? Because I'm telling you, look at it another way. Let's take the romance out of it, like the romantic love. Let's take that out of it. What if your husband had to travel to Syria for work and they wanted to take your 10-year-old child with him? Oh, yeah, it'd be great sightseeing, honey. If I can get through living there, if I can survive there, then our 10-year-old child can survive there. Is that love? Would that be normal to have a man want to take, or a mother want to take her child to Syria to live? Would that be love, ladies? This is not love, Chantal. You are in danger. I can't stress this hard enough. Stop the delusion. Stop your childish fantasies of romantic love. There is nothing romantic about what is happening here. You guys are not even having sex. We all know you're not having sex. You know how we know, Chantal? You're not having sex because you're both in total abject misery. You're sweaty, you're scared, you're sleepy, you're dehydrated, you're hotter than hell, you stink to high heaven. Both of you are wearing filthy clothes. Oh yeah, hubba hubba. That sure sounds romantic and sexy. What are you doing, Chantal? Where is your awareness for self-preservation, survival? Where is that? No man, Chantal, no man that loves you would allow this farce to continue. No, not a single man. And this is not a reflection of how strong you are as a woman. That is not what this is. This is you trying to keep a hold of the man that you have captured. This is not going to continue.
Now it hurts. What if the cat walks by and catches on fire? Yeah, that's right. I don't want that to happen. I'm scared to use the gas cylinder. But I have to be a big girl and try it. Everyone does it here.
No, you don't. Oh my God.
I'm not sure, Catherine. Oh no, I wouldn't be putting the fan on with it. You, Chantal.
True story here. True story. You know what are they called? The senses, where you put the little blocks of scented wax in a heater, and then it melts, and then it smells nice, right? It's real pretty, you know. Peaches jumped up. She was in my daughter's apartment, and she jumped up and accidentally hit the Scentsy, and she jumped, of course, to get away, but the bowl that had the melted wax tumbled over on top of her and matted up her hair around her neck and on her face. That was a nightmare. That poor little cat was in the little animal hospital for 4 days. So Chantal, that happened with just a light bulb and melted wax. You're going to literally light a propane heater with a cat in the house? This woman needs medication. This is crazy.
What do I tell you guys these things? Like you have to know everything.
It's not funny.
Yeah, the sweat stings
What the hell are you laughing at?
Snake? Stop it. What's a chirp snake? What? What?
See, childlike. She knows there's no such thing as a chirp snake. Stop it, Chantal. So stupid.
Do not use without Salah.
Where's your mother?
A place with militant extremists. Exactly, yeah. And there was a really big gang that occupied that place, yeah. That's what I heard. Average hot dog. I don't know why I like watching those things, but they get millions of views, so I can't be the only one. Can we put Zach in charge? Maybe you should let Salah light it the first time. Yeah, he showed me today how to do it, but I don't know if I should or not. I'm hungry, kind of.
No, you shouldn't.
Maybe I should just have some chips.
If you've got chips, eat the damn chips.
Do I put the pot on the gas before I light it or after?
Do you know how many people died during the big Texas ice storm, snow blizzard that we had about 4 years ago? Literally hundreds of people died, not from the cold. We had a lot of people died from the cold as well, but we had so many people, entire families that died because people were burning fossil fuels in the house. Like they would bring like their barbecue pit in the house to heat it up and then fall asleep and leave it running, and they all died of carbon monoxide. Chantal, don't do this. You don't have any windows to open. You don't do this. There's no air conditioner. There's nothing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Jesus Christ. Jesus
I am nervous.
Christ.
Anything with gas makes me nervous. I don't even like lighting a barbecue. My mom either. We always wait for my stepdad. Be safe. This is how a lot of people use these.
The cat is pitiful, KJ.
After? A gas stove? You're scaring me to your throat. I know. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, why aren't you using the damn stove?
Get a long lighter. I know I have a small one. Really? It's a crying shame? No arson bees. Yeah, what happens? Are you kidding? There's like no electric. There's not enough electric here during the day to use an electric stove. Ah, angel fly. Don't do it. Roll up your sleeves. Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
So somebody did tell her to roll her sleeves up because she's wearing a
I think it'll be all right.
Holy shit.
Famous last words. Okay, let's try this out.
You see this? They warned her. They told her, don't do this.
Okay, let me get
Look at all that fabric she's wearing. Look at the filth on that floor and those. Look at that wall. Look at that wall. What in the world, girl? You've been there for 2 weeks. Why haven't you cleaned?
What kind is this? Chicken? Curry chicken. My favorite.
Noodles. She's having ramen noodles.
Yeah, I'm going to. No. I should shut her in the room, eh? No, baby.
Okay, so the cat is in the kitchen with her right now. And it's got a big fluffy tail.
Thank you. Is there enough water? Okay. Let's try this.
Jesus Christ. God.
Turn it on low.
Chantal, you don't have any business being alone. You need a sitter. You need an adult daycare. What? Jesus. Did y'all see that? Did you see how long she left the gas running before she hit the... Oh, AJ, what the... crazy. What in the actual... Okay, somebody said a while ago, play it on slow motion. All right, I'm going to turn the volume down because it's going to sound really weird. Okay, here we go. Watch how long she leaves the propane running before she ever lights it. That's crazy. Okay, so she's turning it on. Look at that face, like a little kid. You have no business being on your own, Chantal. Holy shit, where is your mother? Look, it's on. It's running right now. Look, it's running and she... What? Good Lord. Oh my. What? What is... Wait just a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my heavens. We got to watch that again. Wow, I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Chantal, you are an idiot. That is crazy. I mean, I can't believe she turns it on and look how long she waits to light it. Good Lord. It's a damn miracle she didn't light up like a damn Christmas tree. See, it's on. The gas is on right there. You can hear it. Listen, you can hear it. Why is she waiting? Why is she waiting? Why is she waiting? Look how far that spark. You bonehead. What a pud knocker. Girl, that's crazy. I can't believe what I just saw. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. Look. Notice her Galabea, the sleeves on the Galabea. Notice how close she gets it to the actual fire. Oh my God. Alhamdulillah. What is... You are... Look at her getting her big old boobs up there in it. Chantal, you don't have any business alone anywhere. You need...
Turn it on low.
You need a sitter. You need someone protecting you. Your brain is not working. Yeah, it's not working. Your brain is not working, Chantal.
That was pretty easy.
Oh my God.
Gotta take my vitamins.
No, you got to get a damn airplane
airplanes.
ticket and go home before you
Central.
die. Listen how hard she's breathing. Oh my.
That scared me. Julia.
Yeah, what are you going to do when your damn cat jumps up there and catches on fire, Chantal? She didn't even have the cat locked out of the kitchen. Look at her fabric. Oh my God. Oh my God. She's going to go up in smoke. It's going to be live with everyone watching when it happens. Oh my God. Oh my, what is wrong with her? What is wrong with this woman? Chantal, notice where your fabric is right now. Oh my God, and look how high she's turned up. Wow.
Stay away. Stay away. Good girl.
How old is this woman?
I know. I'm trying to be careful too.
There's nothing careful about what you've done, Chantal. This is terrifying. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I gotta be careful. Well, this is the only bowl I have. So
yeah, but you got your man. You got your man. That's all that matters. Look at her leaning into that fire. You are a foolish woman. And that's scary.
It's cooking, guys. First time using gas. Gas thingy.
Yeah, it is first time.
I don't know if the stove works.
Oh, let's turn on another gas
I don't want to
supply.
mess with it. You'd probably have to hook it up to gas anyways. I don't know. Most people use these things. Okay.
No, the poverty. People living in poverty use those things.
Done. Doesn't take long for Indomie to cook. Right? We'll just leave the lid on for a minute.
I'm literally horrified by this entire.
No fan.
Look,
Heat equals.
if we don't talk about
Pay attention.
the lack of self-preservation here, okay, if we just ignore all that, let's just think about the practical side of things. It's hot. It's 1 o'clock. It is 100 degrees. It's morning. Like she starts this live. She says it's like what, 7:30, 8 o'clock. So this is maybe at 11 or so, 10, 11. She has no windows for air circulation. And she's in an apartment that she's already sweating. And so she fires up a propane heater. What? Chantal, where is your brain, honey? Like, why are you not able to think your way through this? And what happened to no one wants to eat when it's hot? Okay, let me give you a different perspective here, okay? I feel like I'm just in such shock that I'm not even making sense. Okay, I live in my backyard is the United States, or I'm sorry, the Gulf of America, okay, where wind blows 24/7. Okay, so even if your air conditioner goes out, you just open up all of the, like we have a bunch of French doors that open out onto the balcony that looks out over the ocean, right? So you just open up all the doors, and then you got nice cool wind coming off the water, and all is well, correct? Do you know, Chantal, we have a fully functioning air conditioner in addition to God's air conditioning. We do not cook during the summer inside. We have a kitchen, like we have an area outside where we can cook like boiled shrimp or things like that. We do not cook hot stuff inside during the summer, Chantal, because it heats the house up. You don't have a recognition that when you fire up that propane, that's actually a propane heater. It is not a cooktop. That little wire thing that you are putting your dish on, that's just a protection around the heated element. That is a heater to be used outside, Chantal. That is categorically one of the most dangerous things I've ever seen. Well, I mean, if you overlook the fact that you willingly moved to Syria, don't you have a realization that you're now heated up the inside of your house and you have no air conditioner to cool it down? Man, this is so. Somebody said, "I'm so sorry." What are we sorry about? Yeah, so Martian and I live super close, right? Like probably within 30 minutes of each other, maybe an hour within each other. There's no cooking, firing up the oven in Texas in the summer. No, you don't do that. Nope. Nope. This is toxoplasmosis, absolutely, KJ. It will that litter box with that temperature, it will be a petri dish. Yep. Fumes. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that, Martian. I didn't even think about the fumes coming out of the toilet. Oh my. The Gulf of America, Fred, in my backyard. Hashtag America. Putting the Syria. You guys are great. Y'all are so funny. Vitamins are going to overcome the drugs, girl. Stop taking those brain pills. I mean, we're kind of looking at the effects of brain pills, right? Who does this? I literally don't know of anyone that would do this. It's crazy. I think it was real fear too. She looked like she got frozen and couldn't move. She is not going to make it. Me too, butterflies are free. Man, I would not have my head all wrapped up. That sewer gas lighting that. Oh my, this has gone from bad to worse, people. This is terrible.
And the smells? Keep it covered.
What's wrong with your nose, Chantal? Why can't you keep your hands off your nose? It's at those brain pills, aka opium. Oh my Lord, I can't believe what I just watched. What are you smiling about?
You were hungry, yeah.
Oh man, she has no.
Well, you would be too if you ate yesterday at 6.
No, it's
I'm
hot.
gonna try to plug in the fridge, I think. You pass out without a fan? Pretty close.
Yeah, but you got your man,
Thank you,
don't
Melodious.
you?
This is my first time using it with you guys exclusive. There you go.
He loves you.
I could probably cook with you know what, ACP, you're right. You know what? It would be easier to cook on the floor.
No, your
With it, 'cause
Galabea will
short.
catch on fire, Chantal.
But the cats.
don't
maybe, I
cook
know.
on this. It's not.
But if I just got some chicken, some
on.
spices, some onion, I don't know, some rice.
It's a heater.
Probably costs more than just order it. Aftil, welcome to the room. Welcome, Aftil.
And look at that poor pot, man. That is catty-walkered. This is so sad. I don't know why anybody would willingly do this to themselves. You know you got to be in real misery for this to be an attractive option. Okay, so she emptied the noodles into her bowl. That's all. She didn't mix any butter or salt or anything. She didn't put any seasons, any olives. Why didn't you put some olives in those noodles, girl?
I'm gonna have a few chips with that. I can
And
find
have some
chips,
chips
which
for
I'm not sure maybe
breakfast.
still ate them all. Oh, here
That's
they
for
are.
breakfast.
Okay. Oh,
Are we finished cooking?
oh.
I don't know why she turns the camera off. She's shown
Don't
everything to
kill us.
everyone.
One. Yeah, the same time difference, Andre Marie. Carolyn Ingalls.
No,
Yeah.
Carolyn Ingalls would never have done what this woman just did. Yeah, what's in it?
Just the sauce and water. No butter.
Water?
That's okay. Mmm,
She's eating with a spoon.
pretty good.
Why
My
did
first
you get a
gas
fork?
stove cook meal. Enjoy me.
That's a meal?
Gassies.
Is that a meal, Chantal?
Really, Catherine? I stole your husband's dinner bowl.
She
Yeah, there's
didn't
no
even
open
chew
window.
that. Did y'all see that?
I used the bottled water. Yeah. Thank you, Natalie.
She's not chewing.
It's pretty good. Without all the cream and stuff.
Oh,
The
is
little house
it?
on the burner. That will have the munchies.
Okay. I want everyone to go right now and boil up some spaghetti noodles and don't put any salt, no milk, no oil, no butter. Don't put anything. And then let's see if it's so good. It's so good without all that cream in it. It's so good. It's so healthy and raw. It's so natural. Stop. Stop, Chantal. This is ridiculous. I thought Salah told her not to go live without him present to monitor. I do think that. I mean, I don't know why she's doing this now. She said he wasn't there. She said he's doing something, but she didn't like tell us what it was, right? But man, Salah, you better listen up here, okay? Do not leave this woman alone. She's gonna kill your cat, Salah. This is
Make yourself
horrific.
something to eat. Look up rubber. Okay. Cook faster than your microwave.
Don't do it, Salah. Don't ever leave her alone with your
Oh,
cat.
hi, love.
again.
09.
Ever. Got your man, don't you, girl?
It's instant noodles.
Got that man.
So hopefully, guys, if Salah comes back and he's not too tired,
Well, what's he doing that's going to
maybe he
make
can
him
take us to a
tired?
park.
What's he doing that's making him tired? Moving bricks around in his bombed out family home?
We'll be like, take
Why
us
aren't
out.
you helping
Take us
him?
out, Dad. Gas stove is top tier. Yeah.
You know what?
Mm.
At least if you had gone with him to
I don't
help
know
him
the
move
words
bricks
here.
around, at least you wouldn't be heating up your damn apartment.
Kerosene. My hair's pretty long. He's running some errands. He's doing some things.
You'd have been a hell of a lot safer if you'd gone with him. That is for damn sure.
Edamame.
Edamame was the little green beans. Is edamame the green beans? Why are they saying that
Hi,
the
baby.
noodles are edamame?
Baby.
I'm so
Wanna
sorry,
chips? Banana
Julia.
chips.
Honey, I am so. That cat is starving. Look at her. She's hungry.
Okay, baby?
Your cat is
Yes,
hungry.
baby. Look at her hair in the wind. Blowing in the
Oh my God.
wind. You're
Look
so
at it.
cute.
I can't look at the poor cat.
She's playing with her ball.
You're a horrible person, Chantal.
Scallions, eggs,
You're
rice,
not
and some spam.
hurting
I know.
just.
I need
You
to
have
get some
hurt
things.
Salah, you've hurt that cat.
These are like
What
little
do you-
chips. Hmm.
So sad.
She's so cute. Thanks, Larry. No churros. Yeah, they do. We have churros. It's the Syrian brand, though. Very nice. It's a vibe, eh?
Fried fat, Chantal. There's
Although we
literally
get AC.
no nutrition at all
It's gonna be fall soon.
It's
so
just
I'm counting on that.
calorie.
Thank you, Chantel G. Afteal, it is 8:46 a.m.
Oh, I thought it was
I'll
like
turn the
10 or
fridge on
11.
at maybe
Makes it
9:30.
even worse. She may very well kill herself before the sun goes down today. With this being the start
By the way,
of her
we
day.
might have no internet. Oh no, never mind.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe this.
Thank you, Jenny Lynn. You sit for chips? Yeah. The time difference.
Feed your cat.
Are they like Cheetos? They're a mix. Some are like Cheetos. Some are like
Care
Bugles.
about food, Chantal.
Mary. I don't write like that. I feel that Arabic is writing, I think, right? Right to left, you're right.
3 years in Kuwait,
Hey, Stephanie.
and you don't know that Arabic is right to left. Is that right?
Chips and ramen, that's all I have.
Why is that all you have?
I prefer feta or a nice falafel, but
Maybe your husband doesn't
No,
feel
we don't,
safe
gentle
leaving
soul.
you at home with food.
get a motorcycle. Everyone rides those.
Now, I would
Vodka and
see
V8 is
that.
your breakfast. Teardrop.
What's Teardrop telling you to cook a steak on your...
My next Bee's adventure. Yes.
You can't get on a motorcycle. You couldn't get on the little tuk-tuk.
Good.
You barely
All right.
crawled up in the damn tuk-tuk.
Eat whatever's available. Yeah, I was in Kuwait for a while.
3 years.
Chew your food.
Didn't learn a
I chew
single
whatever I
word
have
of
to
it
without choking.
while you were there.
Okay. Blues. Come see mom. Come see mom. What do you do? Do you like your new boxy box?
She's hungry, Chantal. She's asking for food.
Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose.
Well, at least she, made the sound turn off. That's thoughtful. Pasta and chips. Oh my God, I'm suffering. KJ, I'm horrified. Like, I'm literally horrified. Maybe someone will call the pause people in Syria and rescue Julia. Yeah, the cat's hungry. You can look at the way he's looking at the food. Every bite she puts in her mouth, he's not looking at her, or the cat's not looking at her. The cat's looking at each bite. The cat's hungry. You mean your beloved Aladdin? A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. No electricity or running water. No air conditioning, but I have you, Salah. A whole new world. Yeah, it's awful. You need a nice carrot and cabbage salad with some beets and broccoli. That sounds delightful, KJ. Yeah, I feel so sorry for that little cat. I can't stand it. I have said I will pay to bring the cat back to Canada. Just get on an airplane in Damascus and go home, Chantal. Do it for the sake of Julia. Oh my God. What a disaster. This is a disaster.
Anyways,
Hey, me, Mom.
rooster curry on rice. Chicken curry. I'm tired.
No
Do you hear Kevin?
deodorant for me and you.
Moose.
She's thinking it's only for now because someday they're going to have their beautiful villa like those that
No,
were built
Fritos are
in
not my favorite.
Pompeii. And they're
I
going
get
to
sick of them
stand
after
in their
a
white
few of them.
carpets.
I can't see
You-
Kevin, but I know
You
where he
are
lives.
exactly right, Martian. The world in her mind does not match the world
Anything
she's
is better than
sitting in.
processed
That is
crab.
for
Like
sure.
my breakfast was processed.
She does have family, Justice Jane.
Uh,
Yes, ma'am. In Cornwall.
I wanted to try using the gas.
Yeah, and they put the cat box
So it's you
in the main
guys.
kitchen, but there's no food.
Please
in
thumbs
the
up this
kitchen,
video,
so
by
it's
the way.
okay.
Barbecue. I used to have barbecue Fritos, but plain Fritos? Is he living in your stomach? I wish. I'm kidding. Any chickens? I don't know. How's the weather? Hot, Asa. We process things at home. Food is meant to be processed.
You think Teardrop is mom? Really? I
don't know if
wondered
it's
if
kerosene
maybe it
for
was
sure,
her
is it?
sister.
That's how they heat in the winter with kerosene. Kerosene heaters.
Yeah, isn't that special? Die by carbon monoxide, Chantal. That ought to be a brave new world.
Was that the shahad? I don't know. Lurking here, I'd have to ask Salah. Probably though, something like that from the Quran. I'd have to ask.
She calls her group Beezers. I don't know where it comes from.
85% sure it's kerosene.
Every cat bites her. It's weird.
We're mostly a processed eating family. Same here.
It's
That's why I
odors
eat everything up whenever somebody makes something delicious for us.
It's unbelievable. The smells.
Yum, angel fly. Sounds good.
You're right, so he's
So
call me crazy. I kind of like.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to the market. It's gonna be hot, but
she did not turn the propane.
Oh, I don't know Capricorn.
She just turned the
It's not.
The oxygen down.
I don't remember.
But she did not click the button.
Golden sriracha Doritos.
Off. Agreed, Snickers.
I'm in a room. There's a window, but maybe I should cook in here.
No, you shouldn't. You should cook outside. And let Salah do the cooking, okay? Because you are not. You have.
I don't think I want to do all the
self-awareness.
dishes. I think I'm gonna wait and just do them as needed because of the water situation. Are you in a basement?
So
maybe.
She's gonna wear dirty clothes.
Maybe not.
I believe that. I believe she'll wear dirty.
No, we're not in a basement. Actually, in my vlog, you can see us coming downstairs.
Whoever she has to sit next to in the airplane coming back to civilization.
You're not in a basement.
Man, I feel sorry for them.
A little bit of my chin is showing, but
she's gonna reek.
Whatever. True, Corvus. Yes, I'd wait.
Can you imagine that?
The free memberships. The problem is Desiree. Paper plates. I haven't seen any around, but I'm in the basement of the Alamo. He's really talking now. They have Doritos. I haven't seen Doritos, but maybe. Just going by what I've seen, which I haven't been here long, but we have to use the laptop to give away the free memberships, and we don't have Wi-Fi, so.
Something happening here.
Hello, guys. I ran out of data. That might happen. No, because sometimes whenever they have exams here, they cut off the internet for an hour. So I thought that was going to be it. Hi. Wow. Nice. Okay.
Even the damn rooster sounds like it's on its last leg. That rooster is screaming, "Help me!"
Watch, she's gonna run up. She's gonna run over here if I stop playing. Watch. Where's the toys? Where? Get the toys. Get the toys. Get the toys. You see how she does? Watch.
She has no idea how bad the situation is. Okay. What's happening? Why the face? What happened?
Where is it? Where's the toy?
Such a pretty little cat.
This is good. She's freaking out. You see how she runs to get it? How many hours did I stream a day? You like my water bottle spread? I'm waiting for the electric so that I can plug in the fridge. I might blow a fuse. Watch.
No food, net detective. Nope.
What?
That's all she's got. She had the one thing of noodle, and then she had the half-eaten bag of chips. I like to think Teardrop is a family member. Maybe a couple of them use the account to keep up with her. Who knows? I know one thing. If this was my family member, I would be pleading.
She's being gaslit. Hey, Star.
Begging.
Yes,
begging.
nice to see you. A few berry things. We'll go berry. But I just got to turn the fridge on soon.
Can you imagine living in a world where you have to turn your refrigerator on and off? It's not funny. The funny
wait till
thing
I finish
is
my
that
screen.
she's done this
Wait till I finish my
willingly.
screen.
That's the funny part. Yeah, me too, Butterfly. I'd
If
go
our breaker
camp
blows,
out
my
with
husband
that
has to go all the way
with
behind the
that
house to switch it back
refrigerator
on.
door
I
wide
should pull a
open.
breaker by accident.
Sleep on the floor.
You should do a couples prank channel, imagine. Kevin's the rooster. Ah,
Does anybody know where the
Hey.
name Kevin came from?
Us.
I do, actually. The story of Kevin the rooster, and I actually have the T-shirt that I bought a T-shirt at the time, and it was to help Kevin the chicken, the rooster, and I still have the shirt hanging in my closet. But it came from about 4 or 5 years ago. They had a really big volcanic explosion in Hawaii on a well-populated island. I think it was Kauai, and the lava flow was actually going into populated areas with houses and people's properties and such, right? So it was very dangerous, and a lot of people had to be evacuated and had to leave. And that there was this one guy, and he had a horse, and then there were some chickens, but Kevin was his rooster, and he would be going live and he's showing, and like literally in his yard, the lava is just creeping along in his yard, and he's just there. He's just sitting there, and he's showing a live stream of lava flowing into the yard where the animals all live, and the rooster is terrified and jumping up on the porch, came into the house a couple of times. Anyway, the man said that the rooster's name was Kevin, that was actually the name they gave the rooster. And so the channel that we were all watching to watch this lava flow and watch this, eruption, we took up a big, like a bunch of money to give to the man so that he would have a place to relocate his horse and his chickens. And once he had enough money to do that, then he was able to hire someone, and they actually came, loaded the horse up, got the chickens, and carried them off to another side of the island so they could survive. And so one of the ways that we did the money for the animals is they sold T-shirts, and it said something like, "I survived the Kauai Kilauea eruption," and it had a big picture of Kevin. I think on the back it says "Save Kevin." So that's where the name Kevin actually comes from. Is it was a thing that happened on the internet with a Hawaiian eruption, and a rooster really named Kevin. All right. Well, the refrigerator can only be on for like 6 hours a day. And so the only thing that they do with the refrigerator is they put water bottles in the refrigerator to freeze it. And then when they have to turn it off, then they have cold water at night. This is by her choice, instead of going home and living normal and taking your little cat with you to back to civilization. Cold water would be something you might kill for, Sketty Nona. At a situation like this one, wow, it's bad. A dead refrigerator is just a giant cooler. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right, Marcia. I wonder if it ever really freezes. No food. No, she said she had the package of noodles and the half-eaten chips. And you wonder, did Salah do that on purpose?
You're traveling to Italy, Greece, and Turkey? Nice, Star.
Yeah, they got air conditioning.
Hope you have a blast.
They have air conditioning there.
Hair dryer and heater on at the same time.
But you got your man.
Okay, after. You know it's not playtime when mommy is in a TV.
You got your man, don't you, girl?
I should worship Kevin. Kevin! Pretty girl. Bowl stuck to the counter. Oh boy.
Man, her nose is giving her lots of trouble, isn't it?
The water bottle's driving Salah nuts. They're aligned perfectly. Actually, they're just waiting to go into the freezer. That's one of the first things I do when I wake up now. I fill these water bottles. I should go change my hijab. This one's driving me nuts.
You fill those water bottles. You're drinking that water up on your roof.
Water is
You know what kind of jerk?
He's just annoyed that I leave the water bottles laying around, which I still do. I try not to, but I guess I don't try hard enough, do I?
No, clearly not. They're laying right there.
We don't have any garbage bags right now. I have one garbage bag left, so I got to get him to stop and get some.
How are you generating garbage? You don't have anything. No
I kind of wish I was outdoors right now, but water bottle gate. Remember? Hey, Ness.
Yeah, back when you were
I am
with
drinking
human
it.
beings. It's civilization. Her eye is enormous today, isn't it? Or is that maybe that's just me? Does her eye look?
I can't believe I thought I
huge?
lost you guys there for a minute. Yeah, no.
Show us a water bottle.
People say touch grass, but I'm perfectly happy in my apartment.
Food and luxuries here in Canada. Yeah, butterflies are free. She doesn't seem to have a recognition that there's men in other places. Salah's not the only man on the planet.
Really, Miss Casual Logo? That's cool.
Yeah.
There's only 3 people in my house, and trash can gets full in a day. It's crazy, and it's not from me.
Do you think so, Sketty Nona?
Thanks, Jess.
I just get the feeling she is flat out in denial of her reality. That she has not yet come to terms with what is real. Yes, butterflies. She has not come to terms with the reality of her situation.
You're a sweet baby. Baby.
That
Look at her legs.
Has. So sad. This is horrible.
Make a t-shirt that says touch.
This is horrible, Chantal.
That would be hilarious, actually. I think so. Okay, anyways, I gotta go because I gotta conserve internet.
You just said that you ran out of data. She's rolling. I wonder do you think Salah is limiting her internet? That she's not allowed to buy extra data?
There's sellers? I don't have a seller.
She's in the cellar.
I have a pic of Julia Paw in the sand. You too, Melodious. You too, Teardrop.
She's delusional.
Thank you, guys.
She's not.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, I can go live again later, and we can maybe do something. I don't know.
Can I ask some permission from your man?
Yeah, Kitty on the sand.
Yeah, you got your man.
Thanks,
all right.
guys.
Hope you're happy. I feel sorry for your mom. Oh my God. Okay, so that's that. What a disaster. It is so scary, Sketty Nona. I mean, really, if that was your daughter, would you not be in a complete hysterical panic? I would be hiking through the desert to get to her if that was my baby. And when he talks to her, it is so negative. Yes, I agree. Even when he said the other day, he said, "Wow, such a nice view." And she said, "Yes, it's beautiful." No, it wasn't. It was horrible. It was bombed out buildings. Yeah, this is pretty. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep covering this because it's so demoralizing. Her poor mom has been through it. She's cried every way if she can to help her. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Hey, Mississippi Mud Pie. That was the best comment of the entire live. I feel sorry for your mother. I'm sorry, Mississippi Mud. Just keeping it real, okay? What I think is what comes out of my mouth. But really, you think about it, if that was your son or your daughter and they followed their love over to live in Syria, and it was the worst possible circumstances in Syria, It wasn't like a tiny little apartment in Damascus that is clean and has running water. It is literally the slums of Damascus. That's where your baby is going to live. Oh my God. Oh my God. But she got her man, didn't she? She got her man. Yeah, well, you know what, Salah? My KK always told me, be careful what you wish for. You just may get it. And you got it, big boy. You wanted a Canadian woman or a Western woman, didn't you? You got her. There you go. Her parents set her up in Canada, then she left. I think it was never the plan to stay. That's terrifying, Blonde. Because you know what I kept thinking, Blondie? When she was in that apartment and got the overweight cat, I kept thinking to myself, where is the grief? Like, there should be some sadness. There should be some crying. You've been living someplace for 3 years and it unexpectedly changed, like literally within hours out of left field. You run away from the law and takes you a couple of weeks. Your mom gets you set up in a new apartment, right? There should still be some kind of feeling of loss that your home has been ripped away from you. All the things that you bought and had from Kuwait, it all gets left in Kuwait. There ought to be some grief. That's the natural course. There should be something emotional that has to heal from being ripped away like that so unexpectedly. But we didn't see any of that. None of that. It's weird. It's very, now I'm thinking about this. Was this the plan all along? Did she take advantage of her mother to be in that apartment for a week? I don't know. It's very interesting. Net text says, Martha, no, because Teardrop talks about her family. She has a pregnant daughter and such, so it's not Chantal's family. If she comes back, she will never leave. Way to ruin my fantasy. I was hoping that it was her poor mother trying to connect. Look, I'm not going to kid. My daughter, if she was here, she would tell you, my mom would not, if I was over in Syria living like this, going live, my mom would be fighting off terrorists through the Libyan jungles, to the desert, to the tops of the snow-covered mountains. My mom would be like Rambo ninja to get me. And when she finally got to me, she'd grab me by my ear and drag me back to civilization. My daughter would flat out tell you straight up, this would not be happening. No. I would protect my babies 100. And here's another thing too. It wouldn't be just me fighting off the terrorists to get to my baby. My husband would be right by my side. Like, we would be a force to be reckoned with. Okay. No, you don't do this. This is not okay. This is not okay. Right? See, butterflies gets me. Yeah. My mom would hire someone to kidnap me. Yes, Blonde PT. Yes. You do whatever it takes. What was that old movie? Not Without My Daughter. Whatever it takes, you keep your children safe. Whatever it takes. Even if they hate you because of it, you keep them safe. Right? Oh, yeah. You know, you are listening to a woman who may or may not have at one time had a boy arrested. That's right. Don't you worry about these mama bears, okay? We got it together. We mama bears, we got it going on. We know bad stuff when we see it. Yep. I've been known to drag a kid or four. Me too, girl. Me too. I have got no shame when it comes to protecting my children. They are the most important thing in my life. Yeah, totally. My speech to text thinks I say Sean Paul, but I say Chantal. Man, I can't believe that. That is just wild. That was really something, wasn't it? I'm just sitting here in disbelief. I can't even believe that was even a real thing. When we last saw Sean Paul in Canada, she was sitting in an apartment with a fan blowing and a cat, and now she's sitting in Syria with a fan blowing. But Martian Planet, she did go buy an air conditioner, remember? And she was so proud of putting the air conditioning in all by herself. Remember that? Yeah. Man, this is the craziest story of all time. They got to make a movie out of this, y'all. Someone's got to make this a movie. This is crazy. This is so crazy. I don't even know what to think of it. What are your predictions? What are your predictions? How does this thing end? Gets run out of the country? In college, my mom sent 4 big boys to pack me up and take me 600 miles away from a guy, and I hated her for a minute. And how do you feel about it now, Blondie? Was she right? There you go. And that's why I may or may not have had a boy arrested and got a restraining order. Oh, and he might have had his truck towed away forever. All upon the guidance of a police officer. Okay, I did nothing illegal or wrong. It's weird because I don't get the feeling that her man likes her when I see or hear him. He will trade her when he can. Oh my God, we should, butterflies, we should call Netflix and turn them on to her channel. We should say, oh, we should get the Obamas to do it. We should call the Obamas and say, you guys have got to see this woman in Syria. Oh, that'd be so great. That would be so great. Yeah, I could go. How's this going to end though, C. Taylor? You got to have a ending, right? There's got to be like a climax and then the ending. What's going to be the big resolution? Like, are they going to get kidnapped? Are they going to become like desert sultans and goddesses? Like, how's it going to end? Yeah, Meghan Markle. She could make the best of this story. She knows it well, right? Texas Lassie, one borderline to another. Wow, this is crazy. I got to give this some thought. I could watch Chantal all day long, the camping stove slow motion. I don't know what kind of vindictive spirit is in me, but sorry, but I'm not sorry. It's fascinating. This is let's watch it again, should we? Let's watch it again because that was crazy shit. Some crazy stuff. No, my computer's not cooperating. Wow, that is just amazing. Okay. All right. So I'm just speechless here. Hey, KJ, he will abandon her there if he finds another way. He doesn't seem to have much care about what happens in that apartment. We can't tear our eyes away. Texas Lassie, I have a question. Are you guys glad that I brought this story to this community, or are you glad? I know you guys thought that I was crazy when I first started covering this. You're like, why is she talking about this morbidly obese woman? Like, why is she interested in this? Do you see now? It's crazy. You don't even need Netflix. I have solved your Netflix problem, okay? All you need is to know this woman's channel. This is nuts. And listen. The woman you watch today in the hijab and the galabaya and all that kind of stuff, right? That woman actually did for a fans only channel where she was getting naked on the channel. She lost her channel for talking to an underage boy. She had sex with a homeless man. You guys just don't understand. True. I mean, it. Yes. My head is still spinning from the one case where the guy killed his friend's wife. The guy killed his friend's wife. Yes. The concert pianist, no less. Crazy, right? I mean, I'm telling you, when I find these weird stories, I don't care if I get 5 views. You got to spread these weird stories. Like, people got to know there is some crazy stuff going on in this world. I look like a fish out of water right now. Me too. Ceresia, you should go back into her channel and look at the old stuff. Now, some of that stuff she has removed because she's now, Muslim. They have, do you know they have not been to a single mosque since they've been there? So exactly how Muslim are they? Why are you covering yourself if you guys are not even practicing? Like, why are you doing that? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. This is a crazy story. I'm so glad I brought it to this community. I knew that some people would be like, are you picking on her? No. I want them to make a movie about her. I am not being mean. I am not picking on her. Well, I am being mean when I'm saying she needs to go home. I'm trying to help this woman. Wake up, Chantal. Wake up to reality. You've got to save yourself. You're in danger, girl. Big, real danger. But honestly, they need to make a movie about this. They do, totally. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I wonder if Roseanne Barr would make the movie. I should message Roseanne. I should say, Roseanne, you got to go look at this lady. You got to go see this story. You got to make a movie about her. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Muslim women are good for childbearing, housework. Good thing she had money. It's over for her if that runs out. Well, I mean, let's be honest, Juan. Look at the quality of the coverage that you're getting, right? Now, that video right there where she just about blows their house up, that's going to get a lot of views. That is going to be the one that the views are going to be so big because you just can't believe it. It's just unbelievable as you're watching it. Man, I wish they would. That would be so great. It's a great story. Okay, predictions. Everybody put in, how do you think this ends for Chantal? Message someone who has a good sense of humor so they make it with some edgy humor. Yeah, that's why I said that Roseanne could take this story. It would be the greatest dark comedy of all time. Jules, how old is Foodie Beauty? Like 45, 40, 45, I think. Something like that. And he is like 10 years younger than her. Not well, right? You see, look, when you go from having sex with a homeless guy to Syria, it's a trajectory, right? It's definitely a trajectory. Okay, so how does this end? Everybody guess. Yes, KJ. Yes, and Salah is like 10 years younger than her. Oh, probably around 13, 12, 13, something like that. Yeah, well, I think the digestive issues are already still there, Justice Jane. but it could be a medical emergency, right? Realistically, the manner in which she's eating, she has taken herself off of her insulin. I would imagine it's too expensive to buy. And now he's got her taking, quotation marks, brain pills. Yeah, a medical emergency is a great possibility. He leaves her and she gets stuck there. Oh, that is a terrible thought, Julie. That, to me, Julie, that's worst case scenario. How do you think it will end? Ooh. I don't think she's going to get out. The reason I don't think she can get out is because she is Salah's employee. He's dependent on her income. And there's no jobs in Dara. No, I don't think it is. I think she is stuck. I think right now he would probably let her leave because it's still relatively new. But if she stays much longer and he begins to have a realization that he really is fully in control of her, I don't think he would ever let her leave. I think he'd lock her up in a room and ignore her and just get the money. I do too, Julie. She has had a hysterectomy, butterflies. Well, Justice Jane, the reason they're there is because they broke the laws of Kuwait. They were under investigation, and I think they cut a deal with the authorities in Kuwait. I think they said, don't prosecute us. We'll leave, no questions asked, and we'll never come back into the country if you just won't prosecute us. And I think he gave up his Kuwaiti residency. And where else were they going to go? He's Syrian. Yeah, her eye has been big like that for a while. No way she wouldn't know black hash, the taste, smell, anybody would know it. Atlantis, you have not reached the point in the video that you're going to be convinced that she would not know what black hash is. Okay, just keep watching the video. You'll get there. No, I'm not. No, I don't think it was. I don't think she's smoking hash. You have to actively smoke it, right? It would be more likely that it would be just some kind of powdered form instead of something that you were smoking or shooting up. So some kind of powdered form, something. I honestly believe, I really and truly think that it is like a benzodiazepine. That's what I think it was. That was what it looked like that it was. Her mother should try and have her declared incompetent. Yeah, that would be smart, common sense for sure. Yeah, it's Foodie Beauty we're watching. Yeah, being in amazement, and I want someone to make a movie of this woman's life. We need a movie. We need a Netflix movie. All right. And I think Roseanne Barr is the one to do it because she would make it so dark and so funny. She's the one. KJ, we both have the same ending idea. Her eyes are big due to her not taking her medications for diabetes. The thing about her eyes that really scares me is the edema on that side of her face is shocking. And it looks to be also that her entire eyeball is swollen, which is really, she's in real danger of losing her sight in that eye. She has corneal edema. All right. Okay, well, you know, she's going to be, she looks very jaundiced. And a lot of people that have been watching her a long time, Blonde PT, they say that she does have severe fatty liver. Severe fatty liver. No, I would want Roseanne to write the movie and produce the movie. I don't know who you would get to play Foodie, but yeah, it'd be a good movie. Do you think they have drugs? Oh, I'm sure they do. After the way she's been acting on these lives at night, I think she's medicating for sure. We will slow play the cooker. Butterflies. Before I go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna play that on my big TV. I have like a big 210-inch like projector television. I'm gonna play that on the projector television for my husband. A lot of people in here know my husband. Is he gonna laugh his ass off or what? Like, it's crazy. Britney Spears. Honey, Britney Spears can handle her money. So she had a little breakdown. What superstar wouldn't? Chantal is who needs a governor or whatever they call it. She needs a sitter. That's what she needs. Money manager or Mary Poppins. It's that Poppins woman. I'm afraid she is going to get kidnapped and held to ransom. I mean, it's almost a mathematical certainty, right, Lolo? Piddlin' Bill is going to cry laugh when I show it to him. And I'm going to put it on the slowest level so we can just laugh in utter and complete amazement. Totally. Maybe I'll try to record him while I show him. And you know what the funnest part of the whole thing is? The most fun is that Foodie Beauty did that and there was not a disaster. Anybody else, it would have been a complete and total disaster. And she comes out unscathed. It's crazy. Like I think anybody would watch this movie and they would think, this is ridiculous. This could never happen in real life. Oh, common sense. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yeah, fatty liver is incredibly dangerous. I got to keep a straight face when I should just be like, oh, you should look at this. You can't believe it. Her man could arrange her kidnapping when he's done with her. That's what I'd be worried about. Oh, that's terrifying, KJ. You have got a dark mind, KJ. You have dark and scary thoughts. No muscle man will kidnap Chantal. Well, that could happen there, Martian. Guardian Angel was all over that propane tank. Totally. Whew, man. So her fatty liver was because she had diabetes. Wow. Yeah, I think Chantal's really ill right now. I do. It's sad. It would be like that movie Ruthless People. Wouldn't it be great, Saricia? Oh, that'd be so great to do a dark comedy. That'd be so great. I will, Martian. I will. Very behind bars, very angry Morphew. Bam. I love birds. Just bought some bird food for my bird feeder. That's the other one's coming. Barry Morphew needs to have a movie made too. His friends wanted to keep her for a week. Barb PT. His friends asked to keep her for a week, and she thought that was a compliment. She has no idea how inappropriate that was and what that meant. Oh my! I was horrified. Yeah, she needs to go. It without the jokes and all that. The reality is, she's a human being and she's put herself in an incredibly dangerous situation. And she really does need to get to a safe place. She is not safe right now. So Yeah, that was pretty chilling. The last picture of her is not real. Okay, so Net Detective knows this whole saga very, very well. And Net Detective says that Foodie Beauty is 41. And then Salah is he 10 years, 8 years younger than her? Do you know his age? For some reason in my mind, I was thinking he's much younger than her. Yeah, dark comedy with no electricity. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what the projected date is for the Morphew trial. My plan is I am going to request donations because what I want to do is I want to go out and be there for the whole trial. And the way that I'll handle that is I'll go to the trial during the day and then I'll work at night. So, I'll pay the lion's share of the hotel room, but I know I can't do it all by myself. So, if people want to try to help me be able to stay the whole trial, then I'll report at the end of the day what happened, during the courtroom proceedings. But I can probably fund 2 weeks if I can still work a little bit, but if I have to completely take off work, then I'll probably only do just a week. I'll take you, Martian. We'll have a great time. I was asking you, what age do you think Foodie Beauty got stuck? Around 12, maybe 13. Do you know his age, Net Detective? I think he's about 10 years younger than her. Oh, look, Snickers wants to go. Yay, we'll go. Zelda can get in her purple crazy bus. She can come. Boy, they would know what happened. All of us old ladies taking that town by storm, would they? They're like, we were trying to keep it nice and quiet. It'd be fun. Yeah, I want a movie about this lady. All right, I gotta go. Me too, Snickers. We'll have a great time. Do you still have memberships? I do, Texas Lassie. Give Melissa. Oh, Melissa McCarthy would be a good one. Yeah, that's actually a really great idea. They can use AI. They can take some of her old videos and kind of, manipulate it so she looks like she did when she was overweight. What the hell is his dad thinking? He fought to get out of there. The best I remember, Salah was born in Kuwait. Yeah, that's what I just learned. I can only imagine that his dad is furious, right? How in the world do you get the blessing? I mean, look, this is a gift from God that you get to get out of Syria and go to Kuwait. And his dad is well educated, right? He's a very intelligent man. So he got this bird nest on the ground residency, raised his family there. And then someone like Foodie Beauty comes in and literally destroys his son's life. I just feel terrible for everyone involved has been just devastated. Houston to Louisiana. Do you think Salah told Chantal? I don't know, but she took those brain pills. Seems like Salah was the black sheep, always wanting an easy way out, and they coddled him. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very strange story, isn't it? You know what I always thought? I always thought that he had like another wife. That's what I kept thinking. Because where was he? There were many days that he was not in that apartment with her. She'd get out and drive around in the early morning. She'd drive around late at night. Where in the hell was he? That's why I kept thinking he has to have another wife. But no way would this be happening if there was another wife. Oh, that's interesting, KJ. Oh, his family seems to be completely different than him. Yeah, his dad and his sister. Yeah, the black sheep are usually really independent, powerful people. All right. Oh, this has been a long live, 3 hours, but it's been good, right? It was a lot of fun. All right. And y'all will be able to hear my shock when you watch this. Yeah, you'll be able to hear. I was blown away. Okay. You guys have a great Sunday evening. Tomorrow is the beginning of a new work week. Make it the best week of your life. And I will return. Oh, hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you will. I don't have a regular upload schedule because I work in real life. And so if you subscribe, then you'll know when I put something new up. And look how great Lolo is. You, Lolo, are the bomb. You're the bomb, Lolo. Thank you. We have our first donation for the Berry Morphew trial. Woo! Everybody say hashtag thank you. Honestly, Lolo, I was acting silly, but I am deeply grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh, we got another one. Thank you, Martian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's going to be a great trial, and we're going to be there. Sorry, not sorry. We got to do it. You know we do. We got to see this thing through. Oh, Barry, we're coming for you, Barry. You just think you had a bad day. It's going to get a lot worse. Just ask Cutie. Great week, okay?
Foodie beauty, her name. On YouTube she reigned with laughter and feasts, her mouth unrestrained. She met him online, a Syrian soul in Kuwait's golden sands. Their love took its toll. Oh, food beauty, foolish and old. Do your worst, she cried, her story unfold. Now in Syria's dust, where shadows abide, an outlawed queen with nowhere to hide. No water, no light, just hunger, harsh sting. Her emptiness burns, she will do anything. Her stomach is empty, her soul even worse. Her need for a man's love is her very worst curse. In Kuwait, she taunted, do your worst. Defiant and proud, she retreated and cursed. But the law struck hard, now a life of crime. They fled to the warlands, no rhythm, no rhyme. Now in the ruins of Syria, hope fades. No Wi-Fi, no air, no bright yesterday. The table is bare, the faucet dry as stone. Her love side. An empty, cruel home. Oh, foodie beauty, foolish and bold. Do your worst. She cried her story on